Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review for Tower of God Chapter 423, or Season 3, Episode 6. Yeah, this probably won't be the longest review. It was a really good weekly chapter continuing on the arc. I think, in particular, this arc is a really good breath of fresh air. It feels different enough from anything we've seen before in Tower of God, and I love the way that Baam really feels like a good main character here. He really feels like he has some personality and he's driving the scenes a bit. So, yeah, I love what Siu's been doing with Baam lately. I mean, just in these 6 chapters so far, I've really liked the difference that going to Season 3 has made. But yeah, let's talk about the chapter from the beginning. Starting off, Deng refuses to fight in the arena. We knew that was going to happen. He gets thrown into the cell beside Baam. Yule is also sneaking in with presumably the rest of Baam's team. We don't see Haku with him there, so Haku may have stayed behind on the ship, which would make sense, just leaving one person behind to watch the ship, and we know that Haku was the one driving it before, so... I love that Baam talking to Deng is being playful and funny. He's like, "Oh, you're really Deng? Is that really you?" And like he's like getting like excited and talking loudly and stuff. I don't know, just seeing Baam show personality and not be all stoic and quiet all the time is, I think, a positive difference. Deng, though, refuses to go back to Yama, and the reasons why are hidden from us so far. So there's more to it than just him not wanting to be a fighting dog or him wanting to be quote-unquote free. There's more going on there. It's more nuanced than just that. He says that Baam should just take Louis and run. But Baam's like, well, that's not going to happen because there's a bomb in my bag. And it explodes as Bongso goes to open it. All of that was funny because it's out of nowhere. Because Baam's just like, well, there's a bomb in my bag. So Lord Kanzon is hyped again. Where he's like being hyped up here and there as somebody who's big or important, and that could either mean he's going to be big or important, or he's going to be a complete joke to subvert the expectations that they're building for us. But yeah, he's hyped up again by, I believe it's Deng saying, you don't need to mess around here bombing this place, because Lord Kanzon's in charge and he's big trouble. Baam then is able to take out the guards from a distance, which is really cool. I loved it, and it's kind of funny as well because he takes them out and then he busts through the wall all happy and smiley with the light behind him like a hero. So again, scene was funny, and it was really cool seeing him use his abilities at a distance like we've seen he can do now. He says that he and his FUG friends will handle whatever Deng's problems are, so don't worry about it. Just come with us and we'll figure it out. You aren't going to be free sitting in this cell anyway. And now here comes a mistake. I haven't seen anybody else bringing this up. I'm sure somebody has. I'm sure somebody's had to. I haven't really watched anybody else's videos on this yet. Because I'm recording this, in the morning on Monday after doing the reaction Sunday night. So I haven't really had time to look at other people's stuff yet. But this was totally a mistake, right? Because Bongso shows up, and he has, blonde hair. His hairstyle looks different. His face shape looks different. I know it wasn't a super detailed panel or anything. It was one of those that wasn't that detailed. But he totally doesn't look like Bongso whatsoever. Like, the biggest thing being the hairstyle and color. So, was that a mistake? Did Siu or one of his assistants forget what they were doing, or put something out of order, or forget that, oh, that's supposed to be Bongso, and they were just drawing some random character, and that's why it ended up not looking a thing like him? But yeah, I was like, oh, who is this guy? He looks almost like Danhua. And then we see, I think it's Baam's reaction face, and then we cut to him charging in, and it's Bongso, so I don't know if that first panel there was a mistake or what's going on. But he gets totally and absolutely wrecked. Complete joke of a character, but he's a funny joke character. Deng brings up that there is a device there to prevent people to escape, or from escaping, but Yule stops it. And of course, Baam had his funny lines where he's like, yeah, I brought an engineer with me. He says he's good with machines. He's basically just parroting exactly what Yule told him. But then he's like, I don't really trust him, but oh well. Vargarv stands in their way. Baam uses Streamflow, and honestly, Streamflow is one of Baam's coolest looking attacks yet. I love the way it is just a giant wide range stream of just congealed Shinsu that he can use to push at enemies, or it could probably have a lot of destructive force, really. And he just like continues to channel Shinsu into it and make it more powerful. It looks really, really cool, and I like the attack. And Streamflow is a simple, cool name. So yeah, all of that, I think it's one of Baam's coolest attacks yet. And I love that another thing that's a positive with Baam, he's not being like traditional shonen dumb main character. He's being really smart with his strategy, doing something reminiscent of Hatsu and Andrasi's strategy, where he knows that Vargarv is going to be difficult to damage, so he's just going to push him out of the place and then keep going. And that's exactly the same thing that happened. Hatsu and Andrasi couldn't damage him, so they were like, let's just teleport him way up in the sky. Even if he takes no damage from the fall, it's going to take him a while to fall to the ground, and during that time we can escape or do whatever else we need to do. So Baam pretty much went with the same strategy there. Sorry, my computer did this weird freezy thing. Hopefully it's fine though. But yeah, so Baam basically went for the same strategy here, where he just decided to push him out and then keep going. So I like that. It's almost a callback to that strategy, plus it makes Baam seem smart. And it helps build Vargarv, but I'll get to that toward the end. So next up, Yule's ship cannons are used to fire at the place and seemingly stop Dutong and Lulu from what they're doing for now. I say for now because I think Lulu is going to, and she's been focused on so much, I feel like she has to end up with Baam's team at some point, even if just temporarily. So yeah, I think it's stopping them at least temporarily, but they're definitely going to be back at some point. Haku got a funny line where he's like, so why do we break in? We could have just shot the cannons at them at any time. And then Vargarv cuts off Baam and Deng's escape, and I think this builds up Vargarv a bit, because last time it happened, Andrasi took him away from the scene, and they were all able to escape. This time, he was taken away from the scene, but instead of the same thing working twice, he was able to still get there in time this time. So it makes it seem like Vargarv has learned his lesson from the last time that strategy was used. And then Baam's talking shit about how he's going to defeat him at the end, and maybe he will, maybe it'll be more of a difficult thing, maybe it'll be interrupted. But either way, I liked it. All of the interactions and stuff were good. Now the blog post, the only important thing I think to bring up here is that CU said he was showing off Baam's base skills. This is Baam using Shinsu and using abilities without the thorn and without his quality / inner power, whatever you want to call it, the orb and the black and colorless Shinsu. Without his true inner power and without the thorn, this is what he can do. But if he went thorn mode and made it red Shinsu, it would probably be even more badass. And if he went and used the black and colorless Shinsu and the orb, it would probably be more badass. So yeah, I like this, and I like that this is showing this is Baam's growth when it comes to base skills, just his normal Shinsu control. So while that's good, as a whole I thought it was a good chapter. I love Baam's personality and his development, and I just thought it was a fun weekly journey. And that's something I was thinking of to myself after I read last night. I was like, this was just fun. I like this when we just have a weekly chapter that's fun. And that's one thing I respect a lot about Beastars, the mangaka Itagaki. They've said that, you know, this is a weekly series, so I kind of have the last panel of the last page planned out. But other than that, instead of focusing on the long-term story in too much detail, I'm just going to focus on making it something fun to read every week, and I respect that. And I think that that was one thing I complained about, I think, last arc a little bit, where I was like, I'm having fun reading, but at the same time I feel like Tower of God has this sort of tendency to look at the big picture too much and forget the small details week to week, and having fun week to week a little bit because it's so focused on the big picture. So I like that this was just something fun that we can read week to week, and I would say that Name Hunt Station did that very well, being fun to read week to week, and so did the Hidden Floor. I think the Hidden Floor did a great job at that too. Those are two arcs that just had that feeling, you know? And I think this arc has that feeling too. And there's a lot more to happen this arc. We just have the escape now, but we still know we're getting Yama. So much more going on there. And in addition to that, I'd honestly be surprised if we didn't see Chang, Quattro, Buelser Elliot, not to be confused with Kun Royale Elliot, and Angel. I'd be surprised if we didn't see those for this arc, because they probably have some connection to Yama. We know that Chang is super powerful, super mysterious. A lot of the development we got when having things explained about Varagarv came from Chang, and in addition to Chang just being super freaking strong, being able to do that, not being showed off very much. I think the biggest thing that showed him off was when he tanked a kick from Jinsung through the side of the Hell Train itself and was just perfectly fine. I think that's mainly the only time we've really got to see him show off any strength. Other than that, he's just been hiding it the whole time. And he was the one, when he left the story, again, recapping for anyone who's forgotten, he used the White Heavenly Mirror to take Angel and Buelser Elliot and said, "See ya again, guys. We'll meet back up. We got to go do something." So if he's taking one of the Mad Dogs, I assumed that meant it had something to do with Yama. Is he working with Yama and he's taking him back to Yama because he's like, Buelser Elliot lost a Baam, that means he's failed? Or is he against Yama and he's using Elliot to try to get to Yama? No idea. Or is he the third Mad Dog? That's a possibility and a theory that a bunch of people have thrown around, but I'd be really surprised if those four weren't back this arc, just because we have Varagarv back, and it's the Bay Road arc, basically. It's the Yama arc. We're going to have Varagarv. We're probably going to meet the third Mad Dog. I'd imagine we would, and Buelser Elliot should probably show back up. Characters related to Yama should be in the Yama arc. Yeah. And also, the Bayload Yama translation still bothers me, because, again, just thoughts I was thinking to myself after reading last night. I was like, Baylord isn't a name, really, it's a title. He became the Baylord by taking over Bay Road. So it's like more of a title than a name. Not only that, but also CU was spelt it out with English letters before, or Roman letters, before, I believe. So, yeah, I don't know. It's definitely Baylord Yama. Not sure what's up with the Baylord translation. Like, it's a title itself, so it's Baylord. I don't know. Either way, score, giving it 8 out of 10. 8 bombs, B-O-M-B. 8 bombs out of 10. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I had fun. I thought it was a good weekly chapter. I love the way this arc feels. I had been saying for forever I'd been looking forward to a Yama arc, a Bay Road arc. So yeah, I'm happy for all this. But I guess that's it. So if you did like the video, comment down there. Tell me what you thought of this week's chapter, what you thought of my thoughts on it. Review ran a little long because I just wanted to talk about stuff at the end, but it is what it is. Like, comment, subscribe for more. Tower of God, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. I can try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel, or talk to you there. And if you want a link to our Discord server to talk to me or more of us there, then just ask and I can give you a link. That's it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.